Hey everybody, Mike here. We got something a little different for you. Today we're going to be doing a flashlight review, and this one happens to be a custom light made by JC Customs, as you can see here. With every light you get from him, he's going to send you a business card, and on the back is some information about the light. So this is a C8 quad. What the C8 means is that's just kind of the body or the housing. What these guys are doing is they're getting these. They're not making these obviously, but they're getting either with no guts or they're taking all the internals out and kind of making them their own. So the body of this light is a C8, and the quad is because it's got 4 LEDs in there. So they're running the Samsung 351 5000K LED. The 5000K is kind of the tint. This is kind of a warm or soft white. As you can see there, it's got the FET driver and then the Guppy firmware. The Guppy firmware is I guess it's user friendly. You can get multiple modes, and they're kind of easy to change. And I think there's over 20 different modes, maybe more than that even, you can choose from. And on his website, it tells you how to program and what each mode means. I have this set up to where when I turn it on, it's 100% brightness. If I click it, half click, it turns to strobe and it's off. So I have it 2 sets, 100% and strobe, that's it. You can get it where it's 5%, 20, 40, 100, where you kind of go low, medium, high. There's lots of different modes you can do. I chose the 100% right off the bat in strobe, and that's kind of how I do most of my lights. This one's running on a single 18650 battery. I believe this is a Samsung battery, but he sends this with it. It is not protected, so there's some extra precautions that go into that, but it lets them run a little hotter and get more performance out of these lights. So that's why he sends them with that. So here's a look at the LEDs themselves. As you can see, there's 4 of them in there. The blue and the green, I'll show you what those are. The stainless steel bezel does come off. It's gonna open up into the light, so you just wanna be careful you keep everything together, but that's gonna be your kind of that outer glass. This is gonna be your optics here. And you can see, so that blue, there's your 4 LEDs. That blue is glow in the dark, and the green is also glow in the dark, which is neat because when you turn the light off, obviously those stay glowing. I'll show you that here in a second. So let me get this put back in. And what these do is that helps with, this is like 100% flood light. It's not a thrower, and that's what those optics do as far as dispersing the light. So get this screwed back together. Not that you would ever need to, but if you're savvy and you need to get into the kind of the internals, you can. And then same goes for the back of the light. If you need to mess with the tail cap or the clicky, and you're savvy, you can do it. I would recommend just sending it back to JC Customs. I've had to do that on another light from him. It was having issues. I sent it back, and he completely redid the guts for me and sent it back to me, no charge. Not that that's gonna be the case every time, but in my specific case, it was nothing of my fault. So he took care of it free of charge, and that's really cool to see. Again, the modes, so we've got 100% brightness, and then strobe is the next one, and then off. And as far as with the clicky switch, this is glow in the dark green clicky, but you can't half press it or momentary on. It's a full click and a full click off. And from what I'm told, that's really the only clicky you can get in these C8s. And that's simply because of physical space in there. The clickies that you can do a momentary or tactical on off without fully clicking it, they're a little larger and they just don't fit here, is what I'm told. I'm gonna take you outside and get you a better beam shot, and then I'll show you how it glows as well. but just wanted to give you a quick review or overview of the JC Custom C8 quad, and we'll step outside and do a beam shot, and we'll be out of your way. Alright guys, I've got you out back here with the JC Customs C8 quad, and we're going to do some beam shots for you. So as you can see, it's mostly flood. This tree right here in front's about 30 yards away. Off in the distance there, you can see that white clump of trees. That's 129 yards away. You can still see a decent bit. As you saw, it got a little dimmer there, so it does step down after a certain amount of seconds, but still very bright. It's got that, and here's the strobe mode. And then I'll show you the glow gaskets because it's pretty cool looking. So that's what the front of that flashlight looks like after you've ran it and turned it off. It does glow. And then I'll show you one more feature. It is going to be the tail cap. The tail cap does glow as well. I appreciate you guys watching the review, and like I said, if you're interested in a custom flashlight, if you've never heard of it and you just want to check him out, go to his website. Again, it's JC Customs. He's on Facebook. He's got a website and store. I encourage you to go check him out and get a cool light. Thanks.